right, we got Richie here. We're going to do his go home video. We're going to run through all the commands that he knows. So we'll start off with the easy one. We'll start off with sit, which he's already doing, so I'll just call him this way. And I'll ask, Richie, sit. And I just put my hand up like this, upward motion, and ask him to sit. Good job. I'll give him a treat for that. That was really good. Nice and simple. And then we'll go into our down. So with down, I'm just going to use my finger and I'm going to point down. Richie, down. Good job. Good boy. Good down. And then from here, I'm going to ask Richie to stay. So usually I use my hand like this, kind of put it in his face, ask him to stay, and then I'll walk away. If he were to break from that stay, I would just walk into him like this and remind him, I need you to stay. Now it depends on how picky you are. If you want him back in the down, ask him to go back into the down. If he still stays and he sits up, I'm not going to be picky about it, so I'm going to say stay again. I'm okay that he went up into a sit if that's where he's more comfortable. It's cold, he's on the snow, he's like, that's making me a little cold. So I'm not going to be too picky about it. But as long as you stay in that position or stay in that spot, that's good enough for me. So I back away again. Good job, good boy. And then when I want to free him from that command, I just say, okay, like that, and he's free. That is his free command for any command that he's in. Good job, buddy. So the next one, we'll go to place. So I'm gonna point to where I want him. So I'm gonna say, Richie, place. And he just has to get up onto this object and hang out there. Good boy. Good job. Stay. So again, I'll ask him to stay, remind him I want you to hang out here. So place can be anything from a place board, dog bed, your couch, really anything that he can identify from the ground. So see how this is raised up? He can identify that he has to get up on this target and he has to stay there. This is great tool to use for when you're eating dinner. You don't want him, coming up and, begging you at the table or anything. You have him in a spot where he can just lay and hang out. Dog bed is great. You can use pretty much anything that you'd like in your home. Good job. Richie likes place. Good job. So I didn't release him yet, so I'm just walking back into him, reminding him, I need you to stay here. And if he stands up, good. So if he's up like that, I'm still gonna hang around until he sits back down because he still looks like he's gonna pop off. And then here, he does really good. He hangs out. And again, on place, I don't care if he sits or downs. To me, it's whatever's comfortable for you. I don't care as long as you stay there. And then to release him again, I'm just gonna say, okay. And I usually tap my leg because it's like a body language of you're free, you're good to go. Good job, buddy. Very good. Very good. Now I'll go into his recall from here. I'll let Richie kind of get ahead of me. He knows I'm gonna call him. So we'll hopefully get a little bit of distraction. And then, so here he's distracted. I'm gonna say, Richie, come. Yes, just like that. So I always say the name first to get his attention, and then I say come, and I recall him. And I want him right here where I can grab his collar. So that's a safety thing for me, is if I'm calling my dog and I want to recall him and get him in this position, safety thing. So I have a hold of my dog. He's not gonna do a drive-by and keep going. I want you right here where I want you. Good job. And then to me, this is still a command. You're still in a command. I still recalled you. I still want you here. So always remember to, once you're done recalling your dog, petting or doing whatever you need to do, release him, okay, and he's free from that command. Good job. Richie,
hi, buddy.
Come. Yes, good boy. Good job. He's a good as boy. Yeah. Good job. Here, I'm gonna grab his leash. So recall, always use your body language, crouch down, get excited, make it a big party. You want to be more exciting than whatever he wants to go see. So from here, we'll go into his loose leash walking. Good job. You're such a good boy. He's such a good boy. So I always say, pick a side. I'm not too picky. Here, I just have him on my left side. And I pretty much kind of visualize a little square that I want my dog in. And if he gets ahead of that square, I'm going to either pull back on the leash, good job, buddy. Pull back like this, kind of remind him, hey, I still want you here. I don't want you ahead of me. And you want to be engaging, because if you get distracted and let's say you keep walking and you're not paying attention to your dog, I mean, Richie does really good. We worked on this. But if we get distracted, we're having a conversation or something, he might get ahead of us. But he's actually right here, and he's doing great. And I'm gonna reward that all day, and you can tell that he's waiting for that reward, which is really good because he's paying attention to me. He's not pulling me and going in every other which direction. So if he ever gets ahead, Richie, come on. You can always change directions like this way, like that. Always change direction, kind of get him refocused. Hey, I want you right here. If he kind of, like, you see how he's trying to veer in front of me because he really wants a treat. And he keeps veering in front of me. I'm gonna step into him like this, and we're gonna change this direction. So you're kind of using your body language to be like, hey, no, I want you here. I don't want you to cut in front of me. So that's another way to keep them in your little square that you want them. Good job, Richie. He's such a perfect boy. And another thing too is you see how I'm engaging with him and I'm talking to him, the more he's gonna stay with me versus ignoring him and just doing my own thing. And he's still staying with me, which is amazing. But if there was a squirrel or something to go by, you know, that might distract him to go and pull. So therefore I just call him back. Richie. Yes, good boy. Very good. That's such a good boy. And those are Richie's commands. Yay! He's a perfect boy. All right, got a lot of snow here. We're using this as a training opportunity for Richie for loud noises. He hasn't seen the plow truck or heard it yet, so we are using it. What we're doing is Casey's just giving him a treat every time he looks at her and ignoring the loud distraction. We're setting him up for success for when he gets to the big city, that those crazy noises won't bother him. And so far, he's doing great, unfazed. He's looking at it, curious of what it is, but yeah, other than that, he's being good. Good job, buddy. Awesome. There's always a training opportunity. It's a reminder in the future. If you're ever struggling with anything, always do what you can. And find opportunities to work your dog through whatever, if he's struggling with anything. Not that Richie was struggling with this, he just, we just were like, oh, this is a great opportunity to see how he responds. Because if he was scared of it, we would just work him through it. He was a little hesitant when he came out, but Casey just gave him a treat and just worked him through it. And he's just chilling, being a good boy. Right, Richie? Good job, buddy. Yeah, good boy. You sweet boy. Unfazed.